Reincarnation Anime is back, and fantasy is getting ridiculous again. So today we're ranking 10 wild isekai and rebirth stories, from wholesome chaos to power fantasies so broken they should honestly come with warning labels. Kicking off with number 10, Noble Reincarnation. Born blessed, so I'll obtain ultimate power. This one wastes absolutely zero time pretending it isn't a power fantasy. Our guy is reincarnated with blessings stacked so high it feels like the gods misclicked max everything. Magic aptitude? Broken. Political status? Broken. Future potential? Also broken. And honestly, that's the fun. Instead of the usual I'll hide my power routine, this anime leans into the absurdity. Watching nobles panic as a literal child casually outclasses centuries-old elites never gets old. The villains especially deserve roast sessions, because they keep underestimating him like they didn't read the title. The pacing is fast, sometimes too fast, but it matches the energy. If you enjoy shows where the main character speedruns life while everyone else is stuck buffering, this delivers. It's not deep, it's not subtle, but it's ridiculously satisfying. Think aristocratic isekai mixed with unapologetic flexing, and you know exactly what you're getting. This is Emiverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 9, Hanaori-san still wants to fight in the next life. This one's for fans who like their reincarnation stories a little unhinged emotionally. Hanaori isn't chasing peace or redemption, she's chasing smoke across lifetimes. Reincarnated with memories intact, she treats every new life like round 2 of an eternal tournament arc. What makes this work is her personality. She's stubborn, petty, and hilariously intense about combat, to the point where even allies question her life choices. The anime plays with reincarnation fatigue too, watching someone realize that no matter how many times they're reborn, their obsession never changes, is weirdly compelling. The fights are scrappy, not overly flashy, but grounded in grit and grudges. It's not perfect, and some side characters feel like NPCs with one dialogue line, but Hanaori carries the show hard. If you like characters who refuse growth because violence is the brand, this is oddly refreshing. Landing on number 8, my status as an assassin obviously exceeds the hero's. This anime is what happens when the support role gets tired of being humble. Our assassin reincarnates into a world where heroes get all the glory, except he's quietly stronger, smarter, and deadlier than the so-called chosen one. And yes, the title is doing a lot of work, but it earns it. The contrast between the flashy, loud hero and the calculated, efficient assassin is where the fun lives. Every mission feels like a mic drop moment, especially when the hero realizes he's been outplayed again. The show roasts hero tropes without turning edgy for no reason, which is rare. Some arcs feel rushed, and the world building could breathe more, but the core dynamic is addictive. If you've ever rooted for the shadow character instead of the spotlight hog, this anime understands you deeply. Looking at number 7, The Beginning After the End. Now this is reincarnation with emotional weight. Arthur isn't just reborn strong. He's reborn with regrets, trauma, and the awareness that power doesn't fix everything. The early episodes balance wholesome family moments with terrifying glimpses of what he's becoming, and that contrast hits hard. Watching him grow from a prodigy child into a battlefield monster feels earned, not handed out. The magic system is layered, the world feels alive, and the stakes keep escalating without feeling random. That said, it definitely flirts with main character does everything syndrome, but the narrative keeps him grounded emotionally. Villains aren't just evil cardboard cutouts either. Some of them make uncomfortable sense. This is the kind of fantasy that starts cozy, then slowly reminds you it's not playing around. And trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Moving on to number 6, Reincarnated as a Sword Season 2. Yes, it's still about a sword. And yes, it's still incredible. Season 2 doubles down on what worked, the father-daughter bond between Teacher and Fran, and the surprisingly emotional weight behind their murder spree of monsters. Fran remains one of the most lovable yet terrifying protagonists in fantasy anime. She's adorable, then suddenly commits war crimes against goblins. Season 2 expands the world, introduces heavier political tension, and lets Fran mature without losing her blunt charm. The action choreography improves, and the stakes feel more personal. Some episodes slow down with lore dumps, but they pay off later. Also, the sword being the responsible adult while everyone else spirals is still funny. If you thought this anime was a gimmick, Season 2 proves it's way more than that. Emotional growth, brutal fights, and wholesome violence. What more do you want? Rolling into number 5, Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill, Season 2. This is fantasy comfort food, literally. Season 2 keeps the vibe relaxed while quietly flexing how broken Mukota's useless skill really is. Watching legendary beasts abandon dignity for modern seasoning never stops being funny. The world building improves this season, giving more attention to trade, travel, and the consequences of having walking natural disasters as companions. There's barely any combat tension, and that's intentional. The anime knows its strength is vibes, humor, and mouth-watering animation. Critics might complain nothing happens, but that's the point. It's a slice-of-life isekai that understands its lane and cruises in it confidently. If you're tired of screaming protagonists and demon lords with anger issues, this is a warm blanket disguised as an anime. Low stakes, high enjoyment, and absurdly satisfying meals every episode. Dropping to number 4? Shirohyo, reincarnated as a neglected noble, raising my baby brother with memories from my past life. This one sneaks up on you emotionally. It starts as another ignored noble child setup, then pivots into found family storytelling that hits harder than expected. The reincarnated protagonist isn't trying to dominate the world. He's trying to protect his baby brother from becoming another victim of noble politics. That alone sets it apart. The emotional intelligence here is impressive. Conflicts aren't solved by raw power, but by maturity, planning, and empathy. Don't get it twisted, there's still magic flexing, but it's used thoughtfully. The pacing is slower, which might turn off adrenaline junkies, but the payoff is worth it. Watching broken adults get outplayed by a calm, rational child is deeply satisfying. If you like fantasy with heart and actual character growth, this deserves your attention. Crashing into number 3, Scooped Up by an S-rank adventurer. This anime plays with expectations in the best way. Instead of focusing on the overpowered adventurer, the story centers on the kid he casually rescues and how that changes everything. The S-rank adventurer is ridiculous, yes, but the emotional core belongs to the rescued child navigating trauma, trust, and a dangerous world. The mentor-student dynamic feels earned, not forced, and every dungeon crawl carries emotional weight. There's humor, but it never undercuts the seriousness of survival in this world. Side characters actually matter, which is rare in this genre. The anime subtly asks whether strength is about raw power or the ability to protect others without breaking them. It's heartfelt, tense, and surprisingly mature. This is the kind of reincarnation-adjacent fantasy that stays with you longer than expected. Powering up at number 2, Hero Without a Class. Who even needs skills? This is pure rebellion against RPG logic. No class, no skills, no system handholding, just raw adaptability and stubborn survival. The protagonist breaks the game by refusing to play it correctly, and watching the world struggle to categorize him is hilarious. Every arc feels like the universe filing a complaint against this man. The fights are scrappy, strategic, and satisfying because nothing is guaranteed. He bleeds, he fails, and he learns the hard way. That struggle makes every win hit harder. Some side characters are underdeveloped, but the main journey carries enough momentum to compensate. If you're tired of status screens solving problems, this anime is a breath of fresh air. It's chaotic, unfair, and weirdly inspirational in a fine I'll-do-it-myself kind of way. Finally, claiming number 1, the banished court magician aims to become the strongest. This is revenge fantasy done right. Banished, humiliated, and discarded, the magician doesn't scream or beg, he rebuilds. Quietly, methodically. Every step forward feels intentional, and every former ally who doubted him becomes future proof of his growth. The magic system is deep, rewarding viewers who pay attention, and the pacing balances training, politics, and explosive payback beautifully. What really sells it is the restraint. He doesn't instantly dominate everyone. He earns it through patience and planning. When the flexes finally happen, they feel deserved. The villains aren't stupid, which makes outsmarting them even better. This anime understands the appeal of being underestimated, and then making it everyone else's problem. A perfect number 1 for fantasy and reincarnation fans. That's my list. And yeah, I know some of these might spark arguments, which is exactly why the comments exist. Drop your favorites, roast my rankings, and recommend what I missed. If this helped your watch list, hit like, subscribe, and stick around, because anime never stops getting wild.